What are your wellness plans for this week? Can we work on them together? That's how I warmly welcome you to Wellness and Living. It's not one step that does it. It's a lot of little steps that make it happen. So says Sagewood Wellness. And that's how we believe on Wellness and Living, that with consistency and discipline and focus and determination, it will happen. Your wellness will improve and you will gain stamina and agility with it. My name is Thelma Obazi, and our topic today is high-heeled shoes. Yes, they are beautiful to look at, and when you wear them, they just complete your ensemble. Do you wear high-heeled shoes? Do you have a friend, a sibling, or a spouse that wears high-heeled shoes? What are your views about high-heeled shoes? Let's hear them.
I don't see anything different about heels, both flats, heels, slippers. I feel they are all footwears.
I see high heels as fake, seriously. It's being produced for fake legs. Yeah, you just need to be straightforward and be natural and be who you are. You don't need to fix high heels or make you uncomfortable.
What I think about high heel shoes is that both the high heels and the low heels are both good, depending on your outfit or who wears them or where you wear them to.
When you put on high heel, make you look good, mature, and I like high heel.
It's good to wear high heel, but not every time, but maybe occasionally, or people that want in office, that work in bank, it's good for them to wear it because it makes them look smart and nice.
I don't have personal issues with high heels actually, but I feel if one is more comfortable putting on heels, you can go ahead and put on heels. But especially whereby you are not comfortable, whereby it's quite obvious, you see some people put on heels and they feel so uncomfortable on the heels. That's when there is an issue. I feel it's better if you can't cope with putting on heels, you just go flat.
Everything is choice, but being frank to you, I won't advise her to wear heels.
Well, if you feel good, if it's actually comfortable. Because most of us, we just buy shoes and it's hilly and it's not comfortable. We still wear it just because it's fine, and at the end of the day, you start having soles on your feet. But if you buy the ones that are really balanced, then and you feel good wearing it, fine.
As we often like to do, we like to listen to the medical perspective. Let the medical professional tell us, are there repercussions? Are there consequences for long-term use of high-heeled shoes? Our doctor will take it from here.
Now, looking at high heels, yes, we have the high heel soles. Then we have the high heel soles that have a flat surface. And they have the ones that have a slopey inside. So that one is the critical one. It is not how high the heels are that are most important, but the slope of the leg that is wearing it. Now let's take, for instance, as a human being, the way you are created is to stand erect. Now when you wear high heels, the foot that's supposed to be balanced on the floor is no longer balanced because it is now arched. Now when you arc your leg, now the point that is supporting it is like a fulcrum. The pressure is concentrated at a point instead of being distributed over a wider surface area. Now this alone will bear the burden of bearing the whole weight. You can no longer stand erect. Remember, there's a backbone that is supposed to be supported when you stand. And that alone is distorted because when you stand like this, you tend to arc your back forward to compensate for that straightness. If somebody has not mastered how to work with it, he can sleep. When you sleep, what happens? you are prone to have a dislocation, have a sprain, your ankle can shift, and you might end up in hospital for days. And depending on where the fall happens, it can lead to death. So when you consider all this, you now wonder, is it really worth it being on top of these high-heeled things? Now, some people like it that it's fashionable. They want to improve on their height. You now ask the question, whoever is looking at your height will also see the heel and know that you're standing on an elevated surface. So at the end of the day, what is the benefit? Rather than having problems, it's better we stay on a place we can manage. Wearing high heels, nobody says don't wear. Even me as a guy, when I wear my shoes, I have big feet. It pains, it hurts at times. So whenever I'm going out, I take my free slippers. Once I'm finished with the occasion that requires that I must wear that shoe, I change and wear my slippers while driving. So the timing of wearing it is reduced drastically. But wearing it all over from morning till night, the repercussion will definitely come. Take, for instance, there is something we call fascia. It covers the muscles in the foot. Now, those fascias are attached to the calf muscles. That's the one we refer to as yam. Now, the calf muscles are also, the fascia continues to the muscles of the thigh and then to the back. So it goes all the way. So it's not just affecting the foot. It's going to give you back pain. It's going to give you shoulder pain. And if you are not feeling it now, it might be in the future. Because anything we do, we have the short-term effects and the long-term effects. So long-term effects might come in older age, while the short-term might just be the little pain you feel. When you remove it, take anti-pain, it goes. So when you look at it in its entirety, we can reduce the number of hours. We can see wear our high-heel shoes, but make the surface, the inside, not to be too slopey, as to make the surface in contact with the ground to be very little. Once you are feeling pain, neck pain, back pain, you are no longer comfortable. I mean, naturally, nobody should even inform you or tell you that, look, this is the cause of my problem, I have to stop it. Not like somebody that has asthma. He knows that he's not supposed to enter the kitchen where there is smoke, he's not supposed to play on rug that is dirty, he still keep going there. Each time he goes there, he will have an attack. Likewise, the person wearing high heels that is already having symptoms, definitely he should find another way. And what are the ways to the person? If the person so much is in love that he must be on those high pedestals, then find the ones that have flat surface. That way you are still going high, but your surface is smoother. Your legs are on a flat surface so that you have better balance. And then for those that are not having any effects now, they're like every human nature. People are born, some people die at 2 years, some people live up to 100. Likewise, the human body is different. Some people can wear those things and nothing happens to them. They say cigarette smoking causes cancer. Some people will tell you they've smoked for years, still no cancer. Some people will smoke for just 2 years and they are prone to cancer. So likewise, wearing high heels. Some people, their body system will adjust and welcome it. All our joints are not the same. Some people's joints are very stiff. Some people's own are very malleable. So any small thing, they can adjust. While the people that are stiff, they should better just avoid it. While those that can still cope, remember that at later age, in older age, they might feel it. So the earlier you reduce the number of hours you're on those high things, the better for the person. So the best thing is avoid. But if you can, reduce the number of hours.
She is a fashionista. In fact, she refers to herself as a diva. Eeefy is 6 feet tall and she wears high-heeled shoes that are 5 inches or 6 inches high on a daily basis. How long will Eeefy be wearing her high-heeled shoes? Let's listen to her.
love wearing high heel shoes. I've never done without heels. I've always worn heels. You know, as a child, I learned to walk on my toes. It's like standing on the heels. And then, of course, I had a very dramatic mother. She was a fashionista and had all these wigs and high heels. Now I just go with my skinny, tiny legs and climb on the heels. Many times I would stumble and fall, but I would still stand up and climb on the heels. And look at me, all my life I'm climbing on heels. I love it. I love it. It's fun. In Nigeria, growing up was more like, oh, I want to be like my mother. I want all those wigs and those shoes, those high heel shoes. Like, how can you dress up and not wear high heels? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to wear high heels. It makes you feel beautiful. I think high heels is part of how a woman wants to portray herself to the world. It makes you feel so beautiful, it makes you feel sexy. But there's also something else. It actually helps build the curve of your muscles. Yes, or the muscles of your calves. It helps build them when you stand on the heels. Well, depend on the high heels. Depend on how high. Some people can stand on very high heels like this. Look at how high this one is. And it helps with your gait. You know, you tend to walk straighter when you're on heels. It helps a woman, you know, build her confidence when she's all dressed up and she put on her high heels and she's standing straight and she's walking straight, and there's an appeal to that. People like it. It depends on, you know, your outfit. Yeah, you know, what look you're doing that day. Are you wearing a suit? Are you going to the office? Because if you're going to work, to the office, you can't stand on very high heels for a long time. Because that's actually where the negative comes in. Because if you stand on very high heels, like stilettos, for a very long time, it can put pressure on your back and hurt you. So you don't want to do that. If you are going to work, where you dress on suits or dresses for work professional, you know, kind of outfit, it's good to wear lower heel, like 3-4 inches. I mean, some people may not be able to wear 4. I will wear 4 inches to work, as long as you're not standing on your toes all day, right? It's 10 hours. No, it's wrong. But, you know, it's good to wear short heels when you're going to work and you're wearing suits and all that. Actually, I would advise, but it's just that lots of people don't like to wear wedges to work. Wedges are more comfortable to wear to work. Okay, they are very much comfortable. Because, of course, if you're going to work, you're not dressed on leggings like I'm wearing now or whatever. Depending on your work, but if you're a professional woman, you tend to wear suits more. Wedges are good for those, but maybe stilettos are more for suits, but short stilettos, short, right? And then you have platforms. Now, platforms can be very comfortable depending on how you wear them. When I dress up, it's always the most exciting moment. What shoes am I going to wear? I spend so much time in my shoe closet. Walk around the room, look at the shoes, put them up, okay, this one, what color, what am I wearing, you know, do I want, you know, just very bright color, you know, do I want something toned down because maybe my dress is already very dramatic, but it's still got to be very high heel shoes. First of all, depending on how my feet is feeling that day as well. Even though I love to wear very high heel shoes, there are places that I go to, I have to feel more comfortable so that I can stay there longer. In such places, I will wear, you know, peep-toe stilettos. I wear mules or peep-toe stilettos, or even pumps that have peep-toe, open toes, so my toes are comfortable. Very important, because if my toes are pushing onto the shoe itself, to the material, that's how you develop the corn, and you know, you have all this pain and all that. So if I'm going to a place I'm going to stay for long, I'll wear,
stilettos with peep-toe or mule, or I will even wear wedges, because wedges are more comfortable, but very high wedges because you have to have that, vavavoom. I like to make the entrance. I'm already tall, and with the very high heels and my 6-foot frame is like, whoa, girl. I'm like, yes, darling, I just arrived. Why be there if they wouldn't even know you were there? You can tell the change of mood when a woman is on flats and when she goes on those heels. Oh, darling, she just changes. It's automatic, So a woman that observes, right, that is observant and observes that, then she wants to practice it. If you want to, first it starts with the desire, and then you're like, okay, I like it, I want to. You start to practice, but please don't practice with 4-inch heels. Don't practice with 5-inch heels, 6, 7-inch heels. No, do not do that. You start with 3-inch heels. Stand on them. Learn to stand on them first, because you don't want to run before you crawl. So learn to stand on them first and try to pose with them. Because the beautiful thing about heels too is that it helps with curves if you don't have curves. And if you have curves already, it exaggerates it more. But if you don't have curves, when you're on heels, it helps you to show a little curve, because it curves your body when you stand. Okay, so you learn to stand with them first. And once you start enjoying how maybe if you have a mirror, a lengthy mirror, it's okay. So you can see your full body, see your feet, see your legs, and also your shoulders, everything, see how you look. You start that way, and then you start to walk on them and try to sway a little bit when you walk, because it helps with the balance. Don't try to just walk, straight, like a linear line. No. Try to sway a little bit. And then you start helping with the balance. So when you're comfortable with wearing 3-inch heels, then you go to the 4-inch heels. But there's another thing that is very critical. Some of us have natural arch. Some women don't have that. See, if you don't have that, then it becomes very difficult to wear stilettos, because then you have the curve, yeah? There's an arch. And when it's forced, you can sprain your ankle, you can actually put a lot of pressure on your back and all that, and then you may stumble and fall. So for someone that doesn't have an arch, it's better, actually more comfortable to wear wedges, right? Or to wear platforms, because platforms are leveled. They're not like stilettos. Because stilettos, the shoe itself in front is flat, and then it's just the heel that is high. If you don't have arch, it's very difficult, unless you're an athlete, a dancer, a ballet dancer. You're practicing standing on your feet. Dancers can they can wear all kinds of shoes, because they're constantly working on their muscles. They're constantly, if you're in fitness, you're constantly working on your muscles, and they're strengthened all the time, so they're strong. If you're not into fitness, you're not a dancer, you're not an athlete, please, you don't have an arch, don't mess with those stilettos. I love red heels. I love turquoise. I love silver. I love black, because black is powerful. Yes, I love turquoise. I love, white heels are very sexy as well. But, they just get dirty very quickly. And, first of all, very beautiful white heels are not common. They're not common. And I want to do colorful shoes. I'm working on designing my own shoes. Very high heels, stiletto shoes. I'm bringing you shoes, sexiness in heels. So you all get ready.
That's Eeefy for you. Always has a load of gist about her shoes, her dressing, and what she's going to be doing next. Now it's time to unwind and relax. Are you seeing the improvements as regards to the exercise yet? Have you been working out with us regularly? Are you finding time to do a little bit on your own? Are you improving your stamina, your agility, your focus, and your endurance? Work out with us for the next 5 minutes, and you will begin to see the results. We want to do some knee raises, and eventually we'll combine the knee raises with lunges, all to ensure that we have a total proper body workout. So when your knee is up, we do it forward first. Try to take your knee to the right side. Still holding it up in that position in the air. Eventually your elbow will come to touch your knee, okay? Eventually the elbow will come to touch your knee. So can we try it? Down. Don't let your feet touch the floor. Hold it up in the air. Take it again. Take it again. There's no perfect position. Just keep trying. Okay, then down. Don't let your leg touch the ground. Okay, that's it. Down. That's it. Down. Okay. That's the right leg. Let's try on the left leg. Take your knee up. A knee raise starting here. Your left knee is up. Okay, we can do this for 10 seconds. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now we try to stretch the knee to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the elbow is coming again. Let your elbow touch your knee. So lift your knee a bit, draw your elbow down. Here goes. Don't let your feet touch the floor. There you go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are reverse crunches of a can because you feel it on your midriff. You feel it, your elbow is going up and down, it's working on the arm. Your knee is going up and down, you're working on your legs. You want to combine the knee raise, make it a lunge. So the elbow will now put your right leg back, your left leg is in front. The idea is you will take your right knee to touch your left elbow. Can we go for that? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a very comfortable one. Don't rush it. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. 9, and that's 10. Fantastic. Fantastic. Hands and legs, let's shake it off a bit. And then we go with the left leg to the right elbow. Try to do 10. Every exercise, try to do like 10 repetitions. 10 rest, 10 rest. So 30 in all. Okay? So the left knee is going to touch the right elbow. You lift the knee up, but you also try to bring the elbow down simultaneously. So knee is coming up and the elbow is coming down. 1, 2, let's go. 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Let your leg relax like this. Okay, when your leg relaxes, it's easier for you to pull it up and bring the elbow down. Like this, it's rested, elbow set, coming together. It's rested, elbow set, coming together. When you're pulling it from afar, it's easy. Elbow is set. Go. Set. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, and 10. I find this lunge and knee raise combined very interesting because if you pace yourself well, you get the best result possible. Exercise is great. It's a fantastic pastime. It improves your mental and physical capability. It improves your agility, your endurance, your stamina. Start with just 3 times a week. Start with 10 minutes per day. And to really work wonders for you. We'd love to do this again with you. Do have a fantastic day. See you some other time. When wellness prevails, everyone can be productive. The results are enormous. We all benefit. It's a win-win for everyone. Let's do this together every week. It's Wellness and Living, and it's been brilliant spending time with you on the program today. My name is Thelma Obaza. For now, it's bye-bye. I'd love to see you again next week.